If you burn wood and throw the ash away, you are discarding one of the most powerful soil inputs ever used by farmers. Long before bottled fertilizers and lab-made nutrients, growers discovered that wood ash could be transformed through a simple fermentation into a fast-acting liquid that feeds plants, sweetens soil, and unlocks stubborn nutrients. This is not folklore. This is chemistry guided by observation, and when done correctly, it creates a liquid fertilizer so effective it still surprises modern gardeners. Today on Farm Basic we are bringing this forgotten soil hack back to life with exact measurements, safe fermentation steps, and proper dilution so you can use it confidently without harming your soil or plants. Why wood ash was never meant to stay dry. Fresh wood ash is rich in potassium, calcium, magnesium, and trace minerals, but in its dry form it is harsh, dusty, and easy to misuse. Dry ash raises pH too fast, can burn roots, and often sits on the soil surface doing very little. Ancient farmers solved this by adding water and time. When ash is soaked and allowed to ferment gently, minerals convert into plant-available forms while excess alkalinity softens. The result is a liquid feed that delivers nutrients directly to roots and soil life instead of shocking them. This is why fermented ash water was prized in old gardens and orchards. It acted as a mineral tea, not a blunt soil amendment. Choosing the right ash for fermentation is important. Not all ash belongs in the garden. Only ash from untreated natural wood should be used. Hardwood ash is especially valuable because it contains higher potassium and calcium levels. Ash from painted wood, plywood, pressure-treated lumber, charcoal briquettes, or trash fires must never be used. The ash should be fine, light gray and free of debris. Make sure you allow it to cool completely and store it dry until you are ready to ferment. The ancient fermentation formula that still works today. This method is simple, precise, and safe when followed correctly. You will need clean wood ash, non-chlorinated water, and an unrefined sugar source to support mild fermentation. Start with 1 cup of sifted wood ash. Add it to 1 gallon of non-chlorinated water in a plastic glass or ceramic container. Never use metal. To encourage fermentation and prevent the solution from becoming too caustic, add 1 tablespoon of unsulfured molasses or raw sugar. Stir thoroughly until the ash is fully suspended. Cover the container loosely so gases can escape and place it in a shaded outdoor area. Let this mixture ferment for 7 to 10 days and remember to stir once daily. During this time, beneficial microbes begin interacting with the minerals and soluble potassium and calcium, stabilize into forms plants can absorb quickly. You may notice a mild earthy smell. That is normal. If the smell becomes sharp or rotten, discard the batch and start fresh. After fermentation, strain the liquid through cloth or a fine sieve to remove solid particles. The strained liquid is your mineral concentrate. This concentrate is powerful and must always be diluted before use. Stored in a sealed container and kept out of direct sunlight, it'll remain usable for up to 3 months. Exact dilution ratios for safe garden use. This step matters more than anything else. Using fermented ash water without dilution can still damage plants. For general garden feeding, you'll want to dilute 1 cup of fermented ash concentrate into 5 gallons of water. This creates a balanced mineral solution that's suitable for most vegetables, fruit trees, and flowering plants. Now, for seedlings or, more sensitive crops, it's best to use a gentler mix by diluting 1 cup of concentrate into 10 gallons of water. For heavy feeders like tomatoes, squash, corn, and fruit trees, that 5-gallon dilution is just right. Apply directly to the soil around the root zone and, never on dry soil. Always water lightly first so nutrients move smoothly into the ground. When and how often should you apply? Fermented wood ash fertilizer works best when used strategically. Go ahead and apply it once every 3 to 4 weeks during active growth. Early morning or late afternoon applications help prevent stress and keep those soil microbes active. This liquid is especially valuable before flowering and fruiting stages when potassium demand rises. It strengthens stems, improves flower formation, and supports sugar production in fruits. Now you'll want to avoid using this fertilizer on acid-loving plants such as blueberries, azaleas, or rhododendrons. Even fermented ash, raises soil pH over time. So, what does this fermentation really do to your soil? Well, this ancient method does a whole lot more than just feed plants. Calcium supports strong cell walls and helps improve soil structure. Potassium, on the other hand, regulates water movement inside plants, which increases drought tolerance and disease resistance. Plus, the mild fermentation process helps minerals bind gently to soil particles instead of just leaching away. Gardeners often notice improved soil crumb structure, fewer fungal issues, and stronger plant growth within just a few weeks. Unlike synthetic fertilizers, this liquid doesn't force growth, it supports it. Now let's talk about some common mistakes that can ruin your results. The most common mistake is using too much ash, or honestly, skipping fermentation altogether. Another error is applying the solution repeatedly without actually observing how your plants respond. Remember, this is a supplement, not a daily feed. Never apply fermented ash fertilizer to dry, compacted soil. Nutrients will end up sitting on the surface and can even damage roots. Moist soil is, essential. And do not mix this solution with acidic fertilizers or compost teas. You'll want to use them at different times to avoid neutralizing the benefits. So, why do modern gardens still need these ancient solutions? Well, today's soils are often stripped of minerals through repeated harvesting and shallow fertilization. Nitrogen gets all the attention, but potassium and calcium are often missing. Fermented wood ash helps restore that balance, using materials many gardeners already have on hand. This isn't just some trend or shortcut, it's a time-tested technique, refined by observation, patience, and respect for soil life. When you use it correctly, it can really reduce your dependence on store-bought inputs while improving long-term soil health. Turning waste into abundance, every fireplace, wood stove, or burn pile becomes an opportunity instead of just waste. This single fermentation step transforms something most people discard into a powerful garden ally. That's the mindset of old-world farming and, honestly, smart modern gardening. If this guide helped you see wood ash a little differently, make sure you subscribe to Farm Basic for more practical, no-nonsense garden knowledge that actually works. And, hey, share this with a fellow gardener who still throws ash away, and help keep these ancient soil skills alive for the next generation.